Oh, so no exotic candy or British chocolate today. Although I do have a Dinky Decker on standby just in case things start to go awry a little bit here. But what we do have today on deck, been on deck for a few days, in fact, probably not even that interesting. And I should say right off the top, I have not been to several of the great venues out west, nor have I ever been to MSG in New York City. In case you didn't know where MSG was. I had no intentions of ever going to MSG. However, Dick's, Red Rocks, I would like to go there someday. The Gorge, man, ain't got really any interest. I'll just stop in Colorado at Dick's and there. But however, what I haven't, well, we'll start with number 5 on the list. A place I've only been to for one show, Merriweather Post Pavilion, MPP. It's an oddball location. It's like kind of right in the middle of a shopping center. There's like I was over hanging out at a Sears before the show, looking for a poncho, a Sears poncho, in fact. It was really rainy that day, and I was not prepared. There was a lot of wet people, and I was one of them. Although I did find a poncho somewhere, I believe. There's like a guy walking around selling ponchos or something. Remember, I gave a guy a lead on that poncho, and he was really excited that he got a poncho lead from F Zappa 20. So then, and as you know, great sound. I like the pavilion, and the little bit of time I spent on the lawn, I enjoyed that. And so overall, seemed like a great venue. Historically, a lot of great shows there. And they ended a summer tour there. That was the time I was there in 2018, I believe, for the Tweezer Reprise nonsense. And then on to Hampton at number 4. Oh, Hampton at number 4. Again, only been there a couple of times. Not until late in the career. When was I in Hampton? Again, maybe in 2018. May have made that trip that direction twice in 2018. Or was it 16? 16 was Charleston. Either way, they were great shows, and what a cool venue. Looking at it from the outside, it's a cool looking place, and the parking lot situation, at least for me, the shows I was there was excellent. That does factor in, how easy is it to get in and out of this place? That does matter to me. And then once you get inside, it was really cool. And the first night, I think I had a pretty good spot. I think the whole thing's general admission, like every show. That's pretty rad. Not a whole lot of that left. And then at number 3, one of the venues I have visited the most. I've been to a total of 17 venues, with Alpine, Deer Creek, US Bank Arena, and Cincinnati being the most visited. But 17 venues over 33 shows. That's probably something like that's probably average for most people. However many shows they've been to. Just cut that in half is basically probably how many venues they've been to. I think Alpine came in at number 1. I believe I've seen 5 shows there. Maybe also 5 at Deer Creek, though. All right, well, that doesn't matter. Deer Creek we got at number 3. And my first 3-night run was there. Again, historically a great show. Parking situation excellent. Lot sing cool. And location close to Dayton, Ohio. I love it. So there's a lot going for Deer Creek, including sounds good, lawn's cool. Yeah, it's kind of a generic place, I guess. Unlike Merriweather and Alpine, Deer Creek does have a little bit of that Polaris, Riverbend, just a lot of these Midwestern towns with those outdoor amphitheaters. So that's one knock on Deer Creek. Not that it should matter, but the Grateful Dead, a little bit of history there. The Grateful Dead. I don't know why I'm talking like that all of a sudden. Like, what is this? Do I think I'm on the radio? This is not FM nor AM. We're going to move up to Alpine Valley now in East Troy, Wisconsin. And Alpine Valley, everybody's got to love that. It's got that tree. I fell in love with that tree. My first trip there. I know that may sound strange. You're like, what are you talking about? That tree. Trust me, if you've never been to Alpine, someday you're going to walk in there, you're going to see that tree, and you'll be like, I like that tree too. He's not crazy. Awesome background scenery if you're like up on the lawn looking, there's some ski action going on in the background. There's no skiing in the summer. If you're there in the winter, there's good skiing. Something like that from 7/16/94. And Sugarbush. And then Alpine is just overall cool, man. Giant parking lot, though. You can get stiffed on the parking at Alpine. But otherwise, cool pavilion, great concessions. The lawn, I feel like the sound on the lawn was amazing when I was there in 2019. And a lot of amphitheaters have stepped that up over the years. Lawns used to be horrible for sound. And then number 1 for me, I don't know how everybody feels about it, but the MGM, it's like you just move into the venue for the weekend. Your room is upstairs. You walk down to the show. You walk back to your room after the show. That right there is just kind of, that's it, man. For me, that's pretty much the bee's knees, all right? I love it. I hate fighting with traffic and leaving and driving and all that. Now, never mind, you got to fly out there and then fly back home, but not on show day. So for me, and there doesn't seem to be a bad seat in the place. I sat in very different sections, and everything was awesome. Chilling, thrilling night. I was kind of off over to Mike's side, up a little bit. By Sunday, I was kind of clear in the back, center. I don't know, man. It was all good. So the MGM would be my favorite, but mostly because you can just like walk right upstairs and there's your room. I don't like it if they start. I hope they never play T-Mobile Arena. Not that I'll be going, but. So you got that at number 1, Alpine at 2, Deer Creek at 3, Merriweather at 5, and Hampton at 4. Oh, look at that. Look at that little audible. All right, guys. I appreciate you tuning in. And I promise I'll never talk like that again in a video. Boom. We're out of here.